Welcome to the latest edition of Aunt Cora's Down Home Cooking Show. My name is Ishmael Simmons, and I'll be your special guest chef this afternoon. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a bit of a tasty treat for everyone at home. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do easy cooking for the average person at home. Today, what we're going to do, we're going to start with a porterhouse steak. We are also going to make sauteed asparagus and a mushroom bechamel sauce. Using heavy cream, mushrooms, a little bit of butter, and all of our soulful blends. So, what we're going to do today first is we're going to start with our sauce. Now, what I have going already, I have some clarified butter. And what that is basically is just butter melted down without the fat. Without your milk fat, your dairy fat. So what we're going to do is we already have our pre-measured butter down. It's about a quarter cup of a stick of butter. And what you want to do is just lightly make a roux here in your pot. Now, all a roux is just your flour and butter combined together. What you want to do is just try to get it as thick as you can. You want to come in and try and get a little over my shoulder here so everyone at home can see. I already have my butter melted down, and as it thickens, you'll notice that, it comes together and it gets a little thicker here and there. It's actually very tasty. So we'll give that a little time to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start getting our mushrooms together. Now what you want to do, I'm going to grab, say about an eighth of a cup of butter, or just really one line on the butter stick. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to put that in a pan just for sauteing. Because what you want to do is you want to get your mushrooms together. You want to get them soft but not soggy. So, work a little bit more here with our butter. And depending on how thick you want it to be, you just add more flour. And then once this is set, and we've gotten it to the desired thickness, what we're going to do is just set it to the side, and then we will add our mushrooms in later on. Now let me tell you a little bit about the company. It's called Gugi's Global Foods. Now, two of the products that we offer, because we offer two product lines, are our Miracle Blend and Aunt Cora's. Now this afternoon we're going to get familiar with both product lines. Each line offers 4 products. Now what I do is I just grab some more butter just in case we need it. And what I'm going to do now is I already have some pre-sliced mushrooms. I'm just going to throw these and add these to our butter that's already been sauteing or melted down here. So give this a little more heat here, because you kind of want it to jump. You want it to sizzle. You want to hear that goes on in the kitchen here. Now all I'm going to do is just season this with just some white pepper. I know some people prefer black. I personally prefer white. Add just a tad bit of salt, not heavy. And if you have issues with salt, you can always use a salt substitute. Give this a toss or two. Okay. Now while this is going, what I'm going to do is on a separate pan, is I'm going to start melting down the remainder of the butter that I just grabbed from the refrigerator. Now with this, I'm going to saute our asparagus spears. Now asparagus spears, very tasty and very good for you as well. Okay. Now as the butter is melting, what I'm going to do is, because we are making a cream sauce, so I'm going to take about 1 cup of heavy cream. We're going to add it to our butter and flour mix, or our roux. I'm going to let that catch up to heat. And depending on how thick you want, you can always add more cream. Right, today what we're going to do is we're not going to go heavy, extra thick sauce. We kind of want it to be kind of liquidy so it can kind of just pour over our steak and asparagus. Now, our mushrooms are going and softening up very well here. So very soon, we're going to pull these off. And what we're going to do with the mushrooms are, we're going to pull them off the stove and just pad dry them off, leaving just a bit of butter in our pan, just for flavor. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to switch eyes here, and because we are making cream sauce, when it gets up to temperature, just going to combine the two. It's for a little bit of flavor, very tasty. It's very good. Just wash my hands for a moment.